Hello and welcome to another video. If you're new around here, my name is the Dark Bullet, and today I'm doing a Hunger Games simulation on my other screen because for some reason I can't capture the screen that my face cam is on. Eventually there will be one up here, so just putting that out there. So this is a CJRP or Criminal Justice Roleplay Hunger Games simulation. So all the members here are all members of the Criminal Justice Roleplay server on 5M. So District 1 has myself. Wait, can I do this? District 1 sees myself and CJ. The last time I did do this as a what's going on with the face cam being all flickery. Let me. Okay. The last time I did this, CJ won. District 2 is Ben v Nick C, District 3 Cody G, Devon B, District 4 Dylan G and Criminal Justice in himself. District 5 Hayden W and Jacob B, the two leaders, two of the three leaders should I say, I think. District 6 is John S, the fire chief, and Mikhail M. District 7 is Tony, another leader, and Thomas E. District 8 is Jack W and Max F. District 9 is James M and Mark M. District 10 is Shaban I and Austin K. District 11 is Connor M and Finley G. And finally District 12 is Amon K and John R. Now, we are still trying to get the server back up after some corruption on the old community coordinator who Tony has now replaced. He took down the entire server and stole all the server's money, so that happened. There will be legal action taken against him, and apparently the same things happened to his server a couple of days later, so that's always fun. So I've done this. It is randomized. I got this idea from what's his name? I got this idea from W2S, which is no, not Voted Sure, S2W, which is Voted Sure backwards. I don't know his name. Forgotten his name. Oh, Willany, that's the one. I got this. I was about to Google it. I got this idea from Willany, who did it with YouTubers. I didn't win the last one, so that's how you know it's not rigged. So I can just click proceed. You know what? I'm gonna make it a tiny bit bigger that way, a tiny bit bigger, and that way, so that it's like that. Yeah, that looks okay. So this is what happens. So this is the bloodbath. So this is the start. So as the tributes stand on their podium, the horn sounds. Jack W, Hayden W, John S, and Dylan G share everything they gathered before running. Siobhan I kills Austin K with a sickle. What the hell is a sickle? Sickle. Oh, it's a hook. I spelled it wrong. Amon K grabs a jar of fishing bait. Onyx C gets fishing gear. That's pretty smart. Tony C runs away from the cornucopia. So the cornucopia is the center part of the arena. Mark M grabs a backpack and retreats. Mikhail M runs away from the cornucopia. John R runs away from the cornucopia. Criminal Justice runs away from the cornucopia. Thomas E is unable to convince CJ to not kill him. So does that mean CJ killed Thomas E? Craig M, or myself, runs away from the cornucopia. Devon B snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. That's pretty smart. Ben V snatches a pair of sprays. Now I need to know what that is. Oh, they're cool. Connor M is unable to convince Max F to not kill him. James M grabs a backpack and retreats. Jacob B grabs a shovel. And Cody G bashes Finley G's head in with a mace. Now that's a pretty aggressive start, if I do say so myself. It looks like 3 or 4 people died. So I'm just going to click proceed here. So this is day 1. Dylan G tends to Devon B's wounds. Nick C shoots a poisonous blow dart into Cody G's neck, slowly killing him. Ben V dies trying to escape the arena. Typical Ben. Ben also died first in the last one. Mikkel M steals from Mark M while he isn't looking. John R defeats Craig M in a fight but spares his life. There's a big age gap there, I think. Tony S runs away from John S. John S is aggressive. Jack W makes a wooden spear. Hayden W, Siobhan L, I, and Criminal Justice hunt for other tributes. Amon K hunts for other tributes. CJC fishes. Max F sets an explosive off, killing James M. And Jacob B makes a slingshot. So day 1 is another aggressive day here. Looks like 2 people I think died. Yeah, so Cody and James died. Unfortunate, and Ben. So 3 people died in day 1, not including the center. So altogether, 7 people died between the start and the end of day 1. And so we've got Austin K, Thomas E, Connor M, Finley G, Cody G, Ben V, and James M. All died in the first day. Now that's a pretty heavy start. It wasn't as heavy last time I did this, but that is pretty heavy. So we'll proceed. Nick C forces myself to kill Jack W or Mikkel M. Unfortunately, I do decide to kill Mikkel M. I don't have a personal problem with Mikkel M. I don't have a personal problem with any of these guys. So if I do kill them, I don't think anyone has a personal problem with anyone in this, but I would have probably still chose Mikkel M because I don't know Jack and that could have been classed as a hate crime. Max F and Mark M sleep in shifts, which is also smart, which means one sleeps, wakes up, then the next one sleeps. This is still night 1. Criminal Justice poisons CJ's drink but mistakes it for his own and dies. The main man has died in night 1. Dylan G begs Jacob to kill him. He refuses, keeping Dylan G alive. That's good on Jacob, that. Tony lets John S into his shelter. Hayden W and Devon sleep in shifts. John R looks at the night sky. Siobhan I receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. And Aman K receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. So it's a pretty slow night. 1 death. 2 deaths actually, because Criminal Criminal kills himself. But it seems to be going well for myself at this moment in time. So in day 2, Nixie practices archery. Mark M attacks Hayden, but Hayden manages to escape. I set off an explosive, killing John, Jacob, Dylan, and John. I must say, John S, I apologize. John S is the chief of the fire department. I am the captain. Jacob B, I also apologize. Dylan and John, I do apologize, but I don't know you, so. Jack W, Tony S, Amon K, and Devon, and Max F, hunt for other tributes. CJ chases Shaban I. So I kill 5 people in one go. And that's pretty insane for day 2. So 6 cannon shots can be heard. And Mikkel M, Criminal Justice, John S, Jacob B, Dylan G, and John R all died. So looks like I only killed 4 people and I miscounted. All going well. CJ climbs a tree to rest. I attempt to start a fire but am unsuccessful. I am useless at starting a fire in real life, so that's pretty cool. Mark M cooks his food before putting his fire out. Amon K sets up camp for the night. Nick C receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Siobhan I, Jack W, and Devon B sleep in shifts. Max F quietly hums. Hayden W bashes Tony S's head in against a rock several times. Hayden, calm down. Jesus. Day 3 now. Jack W attacks Hayden, but Hayden still manages to escape. So I think my favourite to win this, at the moment is either myself or Hayden. Simply because I blew 4 people up and Hayden seems to keep escaping. Shaban I is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Nick C practices archery and Max F constructs a shack. That's pretty smart of Max. CJC, Mark M, and myself hunt for other tributes. The two District 1s are there. Devon B camouflages himself into the bushes, which is also pretty smart. Amon K tries to spearfish with a trident. So it's a pretty slow day 3. Everyone's just getting into it. Unfortunately, one person did die though, and Tony yes. So as we are on day 3, let's have a look at everyone's status. So District 1 is still up and running with myself and CJ. I have 5 kills. He has 1. District 2 sees Nick C still alive with 1 kill. District 3 shows Devon B alive with 0 kills. District 5 shows Hayden alive with 1 kill. District 8 shows Max F alive and Jack W alive, but Max F has 2 kills. District 9 shows Mark M alive. 10 has Shaban I alive with 1 kill, and District 12 has Amon K alive. So, like I said, myself or Hayden, I want to win this. I kind of just want to win this to resurrect what happened last time. But Hayden seems to be going strong. CJ also seems to be going strong. All these guys seem to be going strong, but these 3 are the main ones that I want to win. So proceed. So for night 3 then, Nick C, Jack W, and Amon K sleep in shifts. Devon B defeats me in a fight but spares my life. Thank you so much, Devon. Devon is a nice guy in real life. But I let Hayden into his shelter. Mark, Max, and CJ sleep in shifts. Mark, Max, and CJ, now that's one heck of a team. CJ ditched me, clearly, or I ditched CJ and the others on the last night. But I do appreciate Devon sparing my life. Thank you, Devon. I think if this was something that arose in real life, Devon would spare my life. Because Devon's a nice dude. So day 4 then. Hayden searches for a water source. CJ fishes. CJ seems to like fishing. He's fished twice already. Shaban injures himself. Except overhears Amon K and myself talking in the distance. Devon B defeats Mark M in a fight but spares his life. See, Devon would be the type of guy to fight someone, win, and spare their lives. Nick C makes a slingshot. Jack W receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. So day 4's gone pretty slow. No one's died. But it seems to be going well so far for the 3 that I have my bets on for winning. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. We did have one time in the last one where no one died for a whole day, and then everyone got killed off towards the end. Hayden W screams for help. Oh no. Big C attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Myself, Shaban I, Devon B, Jack W, and Amon K sleep in shifts. Yes, I'm with Devon. Mark and CJ run into each other and decide to truce for the night. For some reason, I didn't put myself with Devon. Myself and CJ are good friends. We've literally just been talking before this video about me doing this. I was going to do it how I did it last time, just post it in the Discord, but I'll just record videos of it from now on, and I'll do it every so often. Like Seth falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Well, learn to swim. So that's 1 death on night 4, in the form of Max. Seems to be going pretty slow though. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Now, last time, people stole other people's memoirs. Oh no, CJ's dead. CJ falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Devon B decides to not go to the feast in the cornucopia. Jack W and Amon K threaten to double suicide. It fails, and they both die. Shaban I decides to not go to the feast. Nick C throws a knife into Mark M's head. Poor Mark. Hayden W decides to not go to the feast, and I don't decide to go to the feast. If this was something that happened, I would go to the feast 100%. But because in the time I also don't know who's also not going, or who is going, I wouldn't want to risk having a battle in the cornucopia. So it's pretty smart. Devon B attacks me, but I manage to escape. Devon, stop attacking me, please. Hayden dies from hypothermia. Well, there goes 2 of my 3 guys. And Shaban, I poisons Nick's drink. He drinks it and dies. So a volcano erupts at the center of the arena. I suffocate. So now my new favorite is Devon. So on day 5, Max F dies, CJ dies, Jack dies, Aman dies, Mark dies, Hayden dies, Nick dies, and I die. So that's unfortunate. I died from a volcano. Devon repeatedly stabs Shaban to death. And Devon wins. So it looks like my 4th and final favourite won that time. What does he win? Bragging rights. All over the Discord. If he is watching this, congratulations. I came 3rd overall with my 5 kills. I think I got the most kills out of everyone, and 4 of them were at the same time. So that's why I thought my guy was going to win. So I think I'll record another round. But I think I'll keep the teams the same. Proceed. So here's a summary. I'm going to click proceed again. Placements, district placements. District 1 came 3rd. And kills, I came 1st with 5. Simulate again. So this is how we're going to be sure that it's randomized. This is just to see if it is randomized. So it's the same teams. If you forgot the teams, it's myself and CJ on District 1, Ben and Nick on District 2, Cody and Devon on District 3. District 4 sees Dylan and Criminal Justice, Hayden W, Jacob B on District 5, John and Mikkel on District 6, Tony and Thomas on District 7, Jack and Max on District 8, James and Mark on District 9, Shaban and Austin on District 10, Connor and Finley on District 11, Man and John on District 12. Now, a lot of those I haven't been able to see. Just so that you know, if I click adjust size, I can have up to 48 tributes. Unfortunately, we don't have the full amount, and it's done that again. Okay, so I'm going to have to randomize it again. So edit cast. I choose to have no images. So I'm going to have me with Devon this time. I do want to share it with my friends. Here we will put CJ. Put him with Jacob. Here we'll have Hayden. I'll go through altering the genders in a minute. And he can be with John, because I know John. Then we'll have Cody. I think we'll have Cody. Yeah, let's put Cody here. And then we can have him with James. Oh, Aiden J, I missed out from the last one. Aiden J can go in this one. And he can go with Austin. We can put Dylan and Finley together. No, yeah, it's Dylan G and Finley G. Who else was in it? Ben V. Criminal Justice. Jack W. Go here. And he can be with John R. If you are part of CJRP and you're watching this, to be involved, make sure your name is your first name and your first surname initial. Connor M. I don't know why it wants both names, but hey ho. As in why I need to put the name in twice. Maybe it's for different screens. And then we can have Mark M with Mark M. Oh, Mark M was here last time as well. That's cool. We'll put him back in. And we've got Max F, who is retired administration. I forgot to mention. Mikkel and Nick. Mikkel. I don't think I had Nick in the last one. Oh no, I definitely had Nick in the last one. Nick was the last minute change. He died pretty early on actually. Gavin I. Thomas E and Tony S. We're just going to put this out here again. Going into this match, I will be saying what I would do in the situations that I'm in, what I believe they would do, as well as picking my favourite. So my favourite for this one is going to be John S, the Chief of Fire Department. And then we've got Hayden, who's also on my list, and Ben. So Ben, Hayden, and John S. I think I'm gonna have as my chosen winners today. Yeah. So as a refresh, District 1 has myself and Devon. District 2 has CJ and Jacob. District 3 has Hayden and John. John S, the guy I want to. Those two are on the same team. District 4, Cody and James. District 5, Aiden and Austin. District 6, Dylan and Finley. District 7, Ben and Criminal Justice. Good luck, Ben. Criminal Justice I would like to win as well. He didn't win any of the others. District 8 is Jack and John. District 9, Connor and Mark. District 10, Max and Mikkel. District 11, Nick and Siobhan. And District 12 is Thomas and Tony. So the winners of the last two I've done, the only two I've done, CJ won the first one, and then we got Devon who won the second one. Let me just sort my jaw out. That'll have to do. So once again, the cornucopia is in the center. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Ben V finds a bag full of explosives. Cody G and Austin K fight Tony S and John R. Tony S and John R survive. Yes, Tony and John. Goodbye, Cody and Austin. Cody is a good guy as well. He is part of the two-man stunt crew that I'm part of. Thomas E runs away from the cornucopia. Criminal Justice runs away from the cornucopia. Mikkel M runs away from the cornucopia. Finley runs away from the cornucopia. Dylan and Connor fight for a bag. Connor gives up and retreats. Jacob runs away with a lighter and some rope. Jack C rips a mace out of Max's hands. Good God, CJ. Jack scares Nick away from the cornucopia. John finds a bag full of explosives. Hayden runs away from the cornucopia. Shaban and Aiden breaks Aiden's nose for a basket of bread. James runs away from the cornucopia. Oh, well, I'm dead. Devon clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Mark M takes the sickle from inside the cornucopia. Craig M cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. So there's no more of me. Good thing I didn't set me as my favourite to win. John S explores the arena. Finley is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Mikkel collects fruit from a tree. Ben fishes. Jag searches for firewood. Shaban discovers a cave. Nick chases Dylan. Thomas makes a wooden spear. Criminal Justice receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Devon and John work together for the day. James tries to spearfish with a trident. Aiden and Connor work together for the day. Max questions his sanity. Jacob picks flowers. Mark picks flowers. Hayden chases CJ and Tony fishes. Pretty boring day one. I do say so myself. Cody died, Austin died, and I died. Unfortunately. Ben, into night one then, Ben tries to treat his infection. James tends to his wounds. John receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. One of my guys. Dylan quietly hums. Shaban tries to sing himself to sleep. I thought that said hang himself off a tree. I was about to say that's a bit extreme. Devon, Criminal Justice trying to double set suicide. It fails and they die. Criminal Justice in this game seems to like dying. Mikkel and Max. Mikkel kills Max with a hatchet. Nick and Finley run into each other but decide to truce for the night. Jacob, CJ, Thomas and Tony tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Connor attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Mark kills Jack and as he tries to run. John passes out from exhaustion. Poor John. This is John R, not my guy John. Aiden looks into the sky and Hayden tries to treat his infection. Going into day 2 then, Ben constructs a shack. Aiden bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Jacob, Dylan and Mark hunt for other tributes. Nick sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Finley attacks Mikkel but Mikkel manages to escape. CJ makes a slingshot. John attacks James but James manages to escape. Aiden constructs a shack. 2 of my guys are constructing shacks. Connor sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Thomas tries to sleep through the entire day. John makes a slingshot. Shaban diverts Tony's attention and runs away. So pretty unsuccessful day 2. So this is an arena event. So the remaining tributes begin to hallucinate. Connor survives. CJ eats a scorpion thinking it is a delicate dessert. Good for you, CJ. Mikkel drowns James, who he thought was a shark trying to eat him. And Hayden does the same to Jacob. Tony survives. Thomas eats a scorpion thinking it was a delicate dessert. Finley survives and Ben survives. So Ben, Hayden, and John S isn't on here. There he is. John gets a kill out of this. Nick C and Dylan G decide to jump down a rabbit hole to Wonderland, which turns out to be a pit of rocks. John R survives. Mark survives. John S mistakes Shaban for a bear and kills him. So 12 people died this day. We've got Devon, Criminal Justice, Max, Jack, Aiden, CJ. CJ dies from the scorpion. I see, so they die from the scorpion. James, Jacob, Thomas, Nick, Dylan, and Shaban. So notice, none of my 3 are on here. Proceed. Ben, Mikkel, Finley, Connor, and Tony sleep in shifts. Mark, John S, and John R cheerfully sing songs together, and Hayden is awoken by nightmares. Hayden! Pull it together, man. Current curfews replenished with food supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Mikkel bleeds due to untreated injuries. Connor takes a staff, leaning against a cornucopia. Finley decides not to go to the feast. So Finley, Ben, Mark, Tony, and John R decide not to go to the feast. John S can't handle the circumstances and commits suicide. There goes 2 of my contestants. Hayden falls into a lake and drowns. So we still have Ben. This is the longest Ben's been in it. Ben sets off an explosive, killing Tony, Finley, and Mark. John begs for Connor not to kill him. He refuses, keeping John alive. So we have Mikkel, John S, Hayden W, Tony S, Finley G, and Mark M that die, which is unfortunate. Connor goes to sleep. John goes sets up camp for the night, and Ben V tries to sing himself to sleep. Ben searches for a water source. John camouflages himself into the bushes, and Connor receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. So an uneventful day 4. Connor stays awake all night. Ben strangles John after engaging in a fistfight. Connor decapitates Ben with a sword. So John R and Ben die, meaning Connor M from District 9 wins. Congratulations to the 2 guys that win today, Devon and Connor, and congratulations to CJ for winning in previous. So congratulations to those 3. Those 3 all deserve bragging rights. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!